This is World of Tanks News, January 9th, 2020. So we have an update 1.7.1 preview. It brings two new features, one of which is the double-barreled guns. So it talks about how you start, I believe, from the KV-3 at Tier 7. There's a couple different vehicles. We got some photos. And then there's another feature called the demount kit that you earn as a reward for merit that allows you to demount complex equipment without paying gold. So there's something else here about the Holiday Ops vehicle bonus until January 28th. You're familiar with there's a bonus that you can get where you select a vehicle for each tier and you get like additional credits or EXP. They're extending it until the 28th. And there's something that I really didn't understand. It said that something like you get as many slots for as many vehicles that you unlocked. I'm really not sure exactly what they meant. With the EU, they have a Rheinmetall Scorpion sale. It does not list the price, unfortunately. And it looks like we had the T-34 shielded on the NA server. And then we had the letters from the front. It was just people, I believe that they were reading authentic letters from different countries, World War II era. The Dawn of Industry is something clan related. This is very interesting. So this is a preview of the crew rework. It says the crew and equipment 2.0. So the crew rework is going to allow you to put more than one crew into the same tank. So for example, you'll be able to have one crew that's optimized for spotting. You'll be able to have another one that's optimized for doing damage, etc. And the equipment rework is going to allow you to improve your equipment. So if it gives you like a 5% bonus, you might be able to get 6% or 7% or 8%. You're allowed to get better improvement up until the point of improved equipment that's available for bonds. This is from mmowg.net, which was announced by Project 42, which was some Russian website. So Armored Patrol mentioned a micro patch, which is adding a badge, which is right there. And it talks about patch 1.7.1 with the double-barreled and the demounting kit. There is a common test coming out soon. I don't know the exact date. It should be within a week or so. Maybe it was the 16th. Yeah, the 16th. So you'll be able to log in on the 16th and you'll be able to test out the double-barreled tanks that are within the tech tree. And they have an announcement about the extension. This is a new vehicle which is IS-2 screened. It has some screens you can see on the roof and on the side of the turret, the side of the hull, which protects it against HE rounds and against heat rounds. Then we have a tank destroyer from World of Tanks Blitz, which we mentioned in the last news announcement. Daily Bounce has, is this the site? Okay, they have the UDIS 3, that's old news. Okay, there's nothing new there. Rita status report live. What was here? She had something interesting. Okay, so she has a story about a vehicle. Which story is it? The multi-bank engine. It's an engine with 30 cylinders. I didn't know that they had a 30-cylinder engine, but I guess it's 5 6-cylinder engines that are all combined together to make one engine. So you can read about it on that website. WOT Express is in Russian. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to translate it. The English WOT Express is not updated. Okay, so then we've got a Romanian tech tree suggestion, which is on the EU forums, Kingdom of Romania Tech Tree Suggestion. And he goes through 10 different tiers. And he mentions various tank destroyers, light tanks, heavy tanks. Actually, there's quite a lot of different options. So it looks like for tier 10, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different vehicles. So it looks like there's a lot of vehicles. You can see it's very extensive. And Romania might have a really nice tech tree. This is a person talking about optics, and he discovered something that a lot of us didn't know about. You cannot use optics and binocs at the same time. When you use the coated optics, uh, you can't use the binocs, but when you engage the binocs, it does not use the coated optics. So you never get the benefit of both at the same time. People are talking about wheeled vehicles. He says German, Russian, American, UK. I believe I saw Swedish. I saw some pictures, and people are. I looked at UK. That's what I looked for on. You know what? Let's look right now. Let's see what UK wheeled vehicles. They look nice. Yeah, here's some examples right here. So you can see these look like tanks that people I think are going to want to play. People are talking about how the lower tier vehicles are being removed. This was already done with World of Tanks Blitz. I don't like the fact that they're being removed. He's asking for suggestions before they're gone. I'm going to buy pretty much everything. So there was something called WOT Weekly, which just ended. I never heard of it until the announcement that it was being ended. But apparently they gave free boxes. This guy says he opened free loot boxes and he got 500,000 credits, 500 gold, premium time, a Progetto, 7-day premium. So he got a lot of cool stuff. And I believe that there was another person who mentioned the same thing. So I don't know how you get these loot boxes, but apparently that's something that they were giving away. Detailed match reading and reacting. So there is a community contributor named Guido. I got to be honest, I've never watched any of his videos, but he's covering an important topic, which is it says March reading, but it's supposed to be match reading. It's detailed match reading. I cover it sometimes. There's other people who cover it and how to react. So I did not watch this video, but it's something interesting that you might want to look at. When is the next equipment sale? We talked about this. After holiday ops is over, you're going to have amassed all of your silver because it was a 50% silver bonus, I believe. I'm not sure what the bonus is, but they're going to probably wait until the holiday ops is over, which is a week from now, before they do any sort of sale so that you can spend all that cash. This is someone talking about the WOT weekly reward. This is the person who is doing it. And I guess these are the winners. That person must have been one of the winners. Fluorescent. His name's not on the list. But here are some of the items that were awarded. Oh, okay. So this is one of the winners. He is on the list. Boot potato. Okay, muzzle brake penetration. This is pretty cool. So he's claiming that he got a penetration. Somebody must have. I don't know if somebody hit him or if he hit somebody. He says muzzle brake penetration, and he showed this photo. It obviously shows photo on the muzzle brake. No other information is provided. This is the U.S. forms. I went through each one. This person is counting the vehicles that were won in the personal campaigns. If you compare 2017 and you advance it 2 years later, you could see the Object 260 went from 13,000 to 24,000. I happen to own one. I guess I got mine a month or two ago. I'm not sure. But when you look at campaign 2, I have an Excalibur. I know that there's another player who just won an Excalibur. Very few people have the Chimera, and apparently almost no one has the Object 279E. This is on the EU server. So this is very interesting. This person is talking about fixing gold ammo. His solution is very simple. Get rid of standard ammo. Remove standard ammo. I never heard this suggestion before. I really could care less if they make any changes. I don't care either way if gold ammo is in the game. This person is talking about the Super ELC, next step after the Super Hellcat. Look at what he says. I am the leader of the biggest ELC community in Europe. I had no idea that such a thing existed. You probably didn't know that such a thing existed. ELC clans, he says. Maybe I had heard about this years ago. But if you look for this player, maybe you could find information. ELC 3K. Find out about his ELC community if you're interested in playing with other ELC players. When I first saw this tank, I remember it was on Siegfried Line. I saw this tank, and as soon as I saw it, I said, I want that tank. And it was a fun tank, and I was sad to get rid of it. This person is talking about Iranian players, and what he's claiming is that Iranians are paying 5 to 10 times more to buy gold, and everyone's going through how much they're paying for gold, and this is for 2,500, and everyone is saying different amounts. I believe in the UK they were giving lower prices, like over here he's saying 9.95 in euros. This is 9.95. This is 8.15. This is 8.52 pounds, which is 10.05 euros, etc. And obviously they're showing everyone pays a different amount for gold. This person is saying, what is Debble? So this is a term that he's hearing often in the game. Team Debble, IS-7 Debble. He's saying that it's a Swedish word, and people are looking up the definition. It means apparently moron. And that's on the EU server. This is the forums for Asia. Person just returned to find cars in the game. Let's see what he said. I did not read this. So he found that the French tech tree had cars, and he's confused about being unable to track them. And he thinks that they're difficult to deal with, etc. And then there's a player who says he's got everything researched. What next? If you follow my channel, you'll know I'm soon to have everything researched. I've only got a small number of tanks left before I have everything researched. And we're all going to be in the same situation. They're going to have to move beyond tier 10. There actually are a lot of tanks that they can add to the game, but not in the form of tech trees. And they only add 2 to 3 tech trees per year, which isn't so bad. The rate that I play, I can add 2 to 3 per year. I plan on playing lots of premium tanks and doing lots of mastery badges and things like that, 3 marking tanks. This is my blog. It's wat.blog.cheapbooks.com. This is Dez Games, and you can see this is actually a picture of Dez. You can see he's wearing a camo shirt, and he's got sunglasses, and he's got a face mask. You can watch, well, let's play the video, and we will see the video. This is him skiing, and we're going to get to see real quick an image of him skiing. You can see there it is right there. It's at the 30-second mark. We're going to advance it. There it is. So that's Dez Games. He does show other videos of himself if you watch his videos. Okay, so that's it for the news for this week. I'm sorry that I do not have any information about discounts or what's happening this weekend on the NA server. Okay, we're going to look at January sneak peek and see what's due for this weekend. We are looking at January 11th. We've got on-track missions coming up. Let's look. Oh, the on-track mission is going to be the E100. So every vehicle up to the E100 is probably going to have a discount. I just finished the E75. I'm waiting to purchase the E100. Sell all your vehicles before the 11th in that tree if you plan on leveling them up. So we're also going to look at the weekend events for the 10th. There's going to be a 2x crew EXP weekend. Let's see if we could find EU. Here's EU. I don't see a preview for the month. Okay, so this could be it. Let's see if this is it. Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.